All right, welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to add and subtract polynomials. So as shown in the previous section, adding polynomials just means to add the like terms. So here we have just an example, negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 5 plus 3x squared minus 7x. And all we've done is we've just taken and separated the like terms like we did in the last example of the last section. So negative 2x squared plus 3x squared, 4x minus 7x, and then negative 5. And so we just add up all of our like terms. Negative 2x squared plus 3x squared will give you positive 1x squared. 4x minus 7x will give you negative 3x. And then minus 5. And so let's practice this idea. We're just going to add these polynomials. Notice that the polynomials are separated by parentheses. So we have 4x plus 2 plus 9x minus 5. Well, we just want to add our like terms. 4x plus 9x, well, 4 plus 9 is 13x. And 2 minus 5 will give you negative 3. Again, because they're not like terms, we can't simplify this any further. For the second example, 3x minus 4 plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. Notice there's only one term with x squared, so we'll just keep that term the same. 3x minus 4x, well, 3 minus 4 is minus 1x. And negative 4 plus 5 will give you plus 1. So remember, you're just adding like terms. To subtract polynomials, you're going to change the signs of the terms of the polynomial being subtracted, and then you're just going to add. And so you can see this here in the example. But another way to think about it is you're subtracting this whole second term. So it's the same thing as plus negative 1 times that whole second term. And that negative 1 will distribute. And so we get 3x squared minus 4 minus 6x squared minus 5. And then when we add our like terms, 3x squared minus 6x squared is minus 3x squared. And negative 4 minus 5 is negative 9. And so whenever you subtract polynomials, remember that you're going to be distributing that negative sign to the entire polynomial that's being subtracted. So let's practice this. Here we want to subtract these two polynomials. 4y squared minus 4y plus 1 minus 9y squared plus 4y minus 2. And so what we have here, the negative sign is going to distribute to that second polynomial. Think of it as plus negative 1 times that second polynomial. And so the negative 1 distributes. We get 4y squared minus 4y plus 1 minus 9y squared minus 4y plus 2. Make sure you distribute that negative sign to the second polynomial. Now we just add like terms. 4y squared minus 9y squared is negative 5y squared. Negative 4y minus 4y is negative 8y. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. And now we want to do the same thing for the second problem. Think of this as plus negative 1 times the second polynomial. So that negative 1 is going to distribute. We're going to get negative 5s squared plus 4 plus 4s minus 9 negative 5s squared. There are no other s squared terms, so that just stays the same. Plus 4s, there are no other s terms, so that just stays the same. And then 4 minus 9 is negative 5. If you have more than one variable, just remember that you can only add like terms. So if we want to subtract this polynomial, 4xy minus x squared plus 5, minus 12 plus 4x squared minus 8yx, we first want to start off by distributing the minus sign. We get 4xy minus x squared plus 5, minus 12, minus 4x squared plus 8yx. Now remember, we can only add like terms. 4xy and 8yx, they have the same variables and the same exponents, so we can add those two. 4 plus 8 is 12, and so we'll get 12xy, or 12yx, however you want to write it. Negative x squared minus 4x squared, that's going to give you minus 5x squared. And then 5 minus 12 will give you negative 7. So remember that whenever you're subtracting polynomials, always distribute that minus sign to the entire second polynomial. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to add and subtract polynomials with a single variable, and add and subtract polynomials with multiple variables.